Welcome to another episode of Business Mind Learning, and today we're going to show you how to access the Business Mind web app Point of Sale. Yes, the Point of Sale is now available from the Business Mind web app. That means from your favorite web browser, supported web browser, like Google Chrome, Safari, or Mozilla Firefox, you are able to access the Business Mind web app and access the Point of Sale. So that means if you have an iPad, a Chromebook, Android tablet, any of those that has one of the supported web browsers installed on it, which would be all of them, you are able to access the Point of Sale. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into how to do that. So the easiest way to get there is just go to DCIT.com and click the login button. When you do that, you will be directed to the login screen. So you log in with your same credentials that you would when accessing the Business Mind desktop app. And you go ahead and you log in. Now, if you log in to the web app and your toolbar does not look like this toolbar, let's say it only has contacts up here, that may mean that your system has cached an older version of the web app. So all you have to do is click refresh on your browser and that will refresh it and it will look like this. So this is what you want to see when you get into the Business Mind web app. This is what the home page looks like. Okay, you'll notice that some modules like inventory, sales, and workshop, those are grayed out. Those are currently still in development, and as more modules come to the web app, obviously you will access them here. The Point of Sale is right here, and of course contacts. We've shown video on accessing contacts, but this video will focus on the Point of Sale. Also, just want to point out, if you haven't, you want to click that gear icon and set a device label and hit save. Okay, that's always important. It's good to do. These other icons, if you have multiple geolocations, that's how you switch there. If you need to log out, the log out button. We're not going to log out right now. All right, back to the home page. So let's go ahead and click on the Point of Sale. No, before we actually do that, I do want to say that my computer is running in dark mode. So everything here is going to look in dark mode. If your computer is running, or your iPad or tablet device, or whatever device you're accessing this on, if it is in a light mode, then you will, things will look a little bit different. In fact, I'll do a quick switch over once we get started here. But okay, let's click on the Point of Sale, and this should look very familiar. It's not. It's designed to be very familiar because it's designed after the desktop app. So, I mean, there are some slight and subtle differences, but any of your employees should be able to come to the web app, click on the Point of Sale, and run transactions without any additional training, without any additional information, because everything just works seamlessly and pretty much the same way. But again, there are some subtle differences. So let's actually take a look at one subtle difference. I'm going to pull up the desktop app here. You'll notice the tracking and assisted by is on the right side at the bottom of the checkout tray, and you'll notice on the web app it has been moved to the left side with all the other tools. Gives you more real estate in your checkout tray, but other than that, works the same way, functions exactly as you would assume. So let's go ahead and click on customer. And let's search for Tony Stark here. And let's click on Tony and add him to the transaction. You'll notice that this all flows exactly the same. And now let's go ahead and sell something to Tony. So now, again, if we had a scan gun hooked up and you have some barcodes and you want to scan the items, click on scan. And this works the exact same way as it did in the desktop app. In this case, I'm going to look up the item. Alright, so let's get one of these. If we want to apply discounts, we obviously can. In fact, let's put a 10% discount on this item. And let's add it to the tray. So here we go. Here's the item, and you see the tax, and we have the discount as well. So let's go ahead and hit the charge button, and we get to the payment options. Now, if you do have credit card processing, integrated credit card processing with BusinessMind, you are going to want to contact support@dcit.com before using the web app, because there are a little bit of setting changes that we have to do to make the web app talk to the credit card processing terminal. If you don't, you could ignore that step, and you're pretty much just going right at it there, just the way you normally would. In this case, let's go ahead and process this via card. So we're going to insert the card and follow the directions on the payment terminal, and we get our approval, and we get to our receipt options. So here is another subtle difference. In the desktop app, when you hit print receipt, it would export a PDF and open it with your favorite PDF viewer like Adobe Acrobat Reader. So that was taking it from the BusinessMind desktop app and opening it up with the Adobe Acrobat Reader or whatever your PDF program default one was. And again, so there was a couple multiple steps in there. In this case, when we hit print receipt, you will note that it opens it directly within the browser print system, and you can send it directly to your printer. So you no longer have that additional step of opening it up in another app, even though that did happen automatically. This is actually a nice, cleaner, faster process directly to the printer. All right, so let's go ahead and click New Sale here. I want to show something else, because accidentally closing a web browsing tab or accidentally closing out your web browser is something common that happens. So let's go ahead and see if we were working on a sale. So let's go ahead and get some stuff on this sale. Let's pull up some items here. Okay, here we go. So we're working on this sale, and let's say we accidentally close out the BusinessMind tab. Right, so here's the BusinessMind Point of Sale tab. We accidentally close it out. We closed it out. Oh boy. Uh-oh, what did we do? Did we just lose all that information? We actually didn't, because the point of sale system is saved inside the browser's memory. So if we come back here and we go back to the point of sale, you're going to see that information is still there. Okay, so it's got security built in, because that is a possibility. Your browser closes out, you accidentally hit the wrong command on the keyboard, and it closes out the tab. And that can happen, and it will happen. But you just come back to the point of sale, and all your information is there. There is a timer on that. It is a pretty significant timer. So generally, you'll be able to get back your information if something accidentally happened to your browser and you closed it out. But let's say we want to close this out. We want to clear this out, right? We don't want this information in here anymore. Well, obviously, you could click on stuff and remove them, right? But say you just want to restart the point of sale, refresh it. Well, there's a new button for that. If we pull up the point of sale tray sidecar here, you'll notice a restart POS. If we click that, it refreshes the point of sale completely and starts it from scratch. So you see that there's nothing on here right now, and you are ready to go. So we could go ahead and select the customer again and do another transaction. All right. Let us actually pull up some stuff here and talk about what you can and cannot do in the point of sale. There is a blog article that does touch on all this, but pretty much 90% of the options are available. So you can sell things, you can put things on layaway. Obviously, you can see right here, you could take in additional prepayments for layaways. You could create jobs. Let's go ahead and click on the create job option here. You could create jobs. You can take in prepayments on jobs. You could sell jobs. You could sell layaways, obviously selling items, discounts, gift cards, and so on. So what can't you do? Well, the trade-in button currently is under construction. You'll see it says under construction. The little options in here, custom amount is under construction, custom refund amount is under construction. So you'll note that there are a few things that are still under construction, but again, this is a pre-release and it is being actively developed. So these features will also come online in the near future. In fact, at some point, this video will be dated because those features will come online. You know what? I do want to show a cool little thing here. So let's say we open up the point of sale and Tony comes in and he wants to return that item that he just purchased. So if we go to transactions, we say returning this, you'll note that the system prompted us if we wanted to add Tony Stark to this sale, because I did not have a contact selected when I went to process the return. The system said, hey, you didn't have a contact selected. Do you want to add the contact from the original invoice? If I say assign to sale, you see that now that is Tony is now selected up there. So yeah, that's a little cool little extra feature not available on the desktop app, but available on the web app. All right, so yeah, so the BusinessMind Point of Sale available on the web app. So if you have a like I said, a tablet device, an iPad, you can pull this up on there. Oh, I did want to show a quick light mode, dark mode transition here, so what it looks like in the light mode. So just bear with me while I switch my system settings. All right, there we go. So I've switched my system settings to light mode. So now you can see the point of sale in light mode here. And again, it should look very familiar. Let's pull up the current desktop app. All right. It does look very similar. Personally, I like dark mode, but you know, to each his own on that. So I'm going to switch me back to dark mode here. But that is cool. Again, it will follow your system settings there on light mode to dark mode. All right. So yeah, so that is the point of sale. And again, this is a pre-release. So we definitely want you to start using it. If you encounter an issue, you report it to support at DCIT.com. Provide screenshots. Let us know what device you were on. If you're on an iPad or a Chromebook or just on a computer, let us know which browser you were using. And screenshots are always important. And of course, description of the steps taken to produce the issue, and then we will get that to the developers. And of course, you still have access to the BusinessMind desktop app. So if you're doing something and you run into a roadblock, you can always pop over to your desktop app and complete the transaction there. And yeah, so we are excited. We hope that you all start jumping in, start playing with it. Again, if you use integrated credit card processing, you are going to want to contact support before you start using the web app point of sale, because there are a couple things we have to do to just get those settings to make that communicate. But other than that, you are good to go. You are ready to start playing with the point of sale via web browser on the BusinessMind web app via any device with a supported browser. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that this way you're notified when we create more of these videos. More to come.